on the campus of one of America's leading universities.
There is a problem on the main hallway chalkboard. It took my colleagues and I more than 2 years to prove it. I'm hoping that one of you might prove it by the end of the semester.
The most gifted mind to ever enter its classrooms.
This is correct. Who did this?
Is the person who cleans its floors.
Well, I just need the name of this guy who works in my building.
Got this job through his PO, you can call him.
P.O.?
Parole officer.
Meet Will Hunting.
I've been looking over this rap sheet of yours. Assault, theft.
Hi everyone, I'm Daphney and I am a certified dating relationship coach, and today I want to talk about the movie Good Will Hunting. And I'll be honest with y'all, I never planned to watch this movie. I know it's been around a long time, but someone on my team said, you should watch this movie, it's really good. So I said, okay, I'll watch the movie. And even before we get started, I want to do a shout out to the legendary Robin Williams. He was one of the best to do it. So shout out to you. And I loved watching the movie mostly because of Robin Williams. So let me just say that. So let's just get into it, okay? So I want to talk about when people are afraid to show love, right? And there's many reasons why people don't want to show love. So let's just get into it. You know, everybody knows that Will Hunting was played by Matt Damon, right? And Will, you know, the story was basically about Will.
Some people can never believe in themselves.
I can't learn anything from you unless you want to talk about you.
Until someone believes in them.
And where he is today. And one of the things that I found is, like, you know, you have this genius of a person, right? But because of, you know, a lot of his past hurts and a lot of the pain that he suffered, you know, growing up, you know, it limited him and it wanted to keep him in this small world. And he was afraid to like venture out, and he was afraid to like show his love.
And some never know how much they can have.
I love you.
Until they discover how much they can give.
In most cases, and he was afraid to even show his skills and his talents, and he couldn't even see anywhere, you know, beyond where he was in his life at that particular time. So Will happens to meet Robin Williams.
Match.
How many shrinks you go to before me?
5.
Because, you know, of the circumstances of him being really smart, and they're trying to figure out why this kid keeps getting in trouble, why he doesn't want any more. So he meets Robin, and then after like hearing Robin's story, like he and Will had a lot in common. They were both kind of stuck. Like Will was stuck because of, you know, past hurts in his childhood, and he didn't want to show love, and he was afraid to show love because of that. Robin was stuck because he had lost someone he loved dearly, and he didn't know how to move on. And so it was hard for him to get past that hurt and that pain from losing his wife. So, you know, it was hard for him also to like want more love in his life and to be able to be in a relationship with someone going forward. And it was kind of like that with Will too. And so he decided to end his relationship with the girl that he was dating.
I want to hear you say that you don't love me. Because if you say that, then I won't call you. And I won't be in your life.
I don't love you.
Because he was afraid to show real love. He was afraid to admit that he wanted love, that he needed love in his life. And I think one of the reasons why is because he didn't realize, you know, what that looked like for him, right? He didn't know, you know, what that meant for him. And so that's why he decided, okay, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't show this kind of love to anyone. I don't even know how to process these emotions that I'm having. And so I'm just going to suppress them. I'm going to reject them and just say no to this girl who I really am attracted to.
I went on a date last week. Going out again? I don't know. This girl's like, you know, beautiful. She's smart. She's fun. She's like perfect right now. I don't ruin that.
But at the time, he wasn't admitting any of that. So a similar thing, Robin Williams, because he had lost his wife that he had loved so dearly, right? He really couldn't see a way past that, a way to like find love again and to show love again. And so, my whole point is this, is that, sometimes depending on where we are in life and sometimes depending on what we've experienced in life, right? It's hard for us to believe that we can show love and that we can have love and that we can be loved in a way that, sometimes feels very uncomfortable for us because we haven't had that experience before. And so I see these two men in a very similar way, one because of his past love and one because of his past hurts, right? But it all stems from what I believe to be a fear to be able to show love and express love and to feel love and deal with your emotions, going forward. So the good thing is that these two men came together.
She used to fart in her sleep. I'm sorry I shared that with you. One night it was so loud it woke the dog up. But Will, she's been dead 2 years and that's the shit I remember. It's wonderful.
And if you watch the movie, you know that at the end, Will realized that he loved this person.
Sean, if the professor calls about that job, just tell him, sorry. I had to go see about a girl. Will.
He actually had love, and I'll give you an example of that. It's not a big thing in the movie, but one of the things that I caught in the movie, like watching it, was that Ben Affleck's character, Chucky, who was Matt Damon's character's, really good friend, and there was like these group of friends, right? And he really kind of opened the door for Will to see, that you do have love and you can be loved, right? By saying to him, we're releasing you, we're letting you go because we know you're better than this. And
look, you're my best friend, so don't take this the wrong way, but in 20 years, if you're still living here, coming over my house to watch the Patriots game, still working construction, I'll fucking kill you.
And at that point in time, that was a great example of, Chucky showing Will real love, right? And Will accepting that love. Sometimes we get so caught up into romantic love that we don't realize that we already have love, that we're already being loved on a regular basis by our families, by our friends. And that's what we've seen in this relationship, this friendship with Chucky and Will.
You don't know that.
I don't?
No.
You don't know that?
No, I don't know that. Let me tell you what I do know. Every day I come by your house and I pick you up. And we go out, we have a few drinks and a few laughs, and it's great. You know what the best part of my day is? For about 10 seconds from when I pull up to the curb when I get to your door. Because I think maybe I'll get up there and I'll knock on the door and you won't be there.
Is that Chucky literally showed Will the kind of love that he needed to see, that he needed to experience. And so Will, accepted that, and he actually loved his friend, right, and his friends. And so I think he realized that, I can be loved, I can show love, I can express love. So my point is this, is that, don't be afraid of your emotions, and don't be afraid to express yourself and express your love and to want love, right? It's okay to want love. And I know sometimes, based on the trauma and the tragedies that we've gone through in life, it's hard to see that for ourselves. But let me just tell you, if you look around in most cases, most of us experience love on a regular basis. I'm not saying all of us, but most of us do. And really, if it's friends, if it's co-workers, if it's family, you get to experience love, even though it may not be romantic love. And I would say, and I would encourage you to take that love, right, and run with it so that you can build, romantic relationships from there, because love is love. And once you realize that you have love and that you can be loved, then you can run with that and do whatever you want with that. So let me just stop there. I'm Daphney, and this is another episode of Coachable Moments.